Good morning. Yes. How was the day?
It was nice.
Great. Is this website developed by you or still something is in progress?
Sir, I created a front end, but it is problem. I don't back end website.
Okay. Front end is completely ready.
There is one problem where we login that doesn't direct to the home page.
Okay. What else the problem you have faced during creating a front end website? Hello. 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 Are you there? Hello. Yes, Siddhi.
There
What
is
prop?
connection.
No, no problem. What the problems you faced during preparing front end website?
Sir, in login page there is uh, doesn't direct to the next page, and how can we create like ID and password that we enter? If we enter incorrect, it will show. I don't know that.
Okay, okay. So you would like to prepare a login page and you would like to redirect users to the home page if it is valid. If it is invalid, again we will go back to the login page and display some message like invalid user ID or password, something like that. Are you looking something like that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. I
Like
will.
you send me the reference. Login in that it will happen. It will. If we enter incorrect password, it shows the message.
Okay, okay, okay. Basically, the example I have shown you yesterday, that was the same things. Let me repeat it. Today, I will going to repeat that example. No issue. Is there anything else you face the problem during the front end website preparations?
No, sir.
Sorry,
No, sir.
Surge.
No, sir. No.
Okay, great. So that was the things regarding the front end website. And what the problem you faced preparing in a back end websites?
Like first in login page, we enter any password, it login.
Okay, so you would like to
Like
validate
you
the login.
suggest me the
Okay,
uh,
okay, no problem. We will validate that login today for front end website as well as in back end website. Okay, what else in a back end website? Yesterday you sent
insert,
one
update,
message.
delete.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. One list page is there, one insert will be required, edit will be required, and delete will be required. That we will see it today. So that we will see it for the backend and for the front end login in backend login as well as insert update delete, that we will discuss surely. But before discussing that part, I
Sir,
would like to, yes.
sir, can you explain the whole as a one example programming,
Means
you can do all the things. By example, you can create one website practically.
sure,
Login page, one login page.
sure. I will prepare the login page. I will prepare the internal page. Then I will prepare the logout page also. So throughout these particular things, session management, that I will explain it today. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, great. Before discussing that part, I would like to discuss few more things about the advanced concept also. Here, the coding part is not that much there in that particular advanced concept. Just the concept is required, and the coding is readily available from some third-party websites. So, let me explain this concept. That is a PHP advanced concept, we can say. But this advanced concept is essential for each and every PHP developer. If you are applying as a PHP developer in any company, if you are having such things in your resumes, they can give you the priority on selection. So first option is that send email using the PHP. So basically, sending email is must for each and every websites. If you are developing an e-commerce website, then after order placing, we are getting an email. So you need to use this particular functionality for order processing, for order delivery, for password recovery, and many more things is required. One more example is also there, that yesterday our team has sent it the resumes. Our team has sent it the certificates via email. So again, email sending is there. Our team has circulated more than 100 plus certificates via email. So that was the programming again. So they have done that things via programming. So the sending email is must. If I will provide you the reference regarding the email, if you need a sample code, I will provide the sample code also. Second point is that send SMS using PHP. SMS is must for each and every business inside that India. If you are doing the business in India, then SMS is very good to acknowledge the user about some particular activity. For example, something is coming to you, that is a delivery of that particular parcels. Your order has been placed successfully, your order is in process, or thank you for order for the XYZ items, please rate us, something like that. You can send a SMS. So for that SMS you need to pay some money to some XYZ websites. I will provide you some reference websites where you can use this SMS functionality, but limited functionality will be that 10 to 20 messages you can able to test it out. Then after you need to pay the money. Otherwise, you need to create another accounts and you can utilize the same. Then third point is sitemap generations. So what is a sitemap? Are you aware with the sitemap? Have you heard that word sitemap?
No, sir.
Yes or no?
No, sir.
Okay. Basically, sitemap is essential for search engine. If you are making a website, then second part of the website is to promote your website to the search engine. So how search engine crawl that website? Crawling means getting some data from your website to their search engine database and indexing that data, so that whenever somebody is searching on a Google, they can prompt you your website. For that, you need to provide each and every pages of your website to Google. So individual page circulations is very difficult. Individual page submission is very difficult. So what Google suggests, what search engine suggests, they suggest prepare a sitemap and submit that sitemap to Google Webmaster Tools, where they can crawl your website easily and they can drive traffic from search engine to your website. So I will give you the reference websites for the sitemap generation. Then next point is that understanding SEO for the websites. What is SEO?
Don't know, sir.
Okay. SEO is the method basically which is essential for each and every websites. If you are not doing SEO for a particular website, then website will not get a traffic from the search engines. SEO stands for search engine optimizations. So you need to develop a website which is search engine optimized website, so that you can get a more and more traffic. Let me give you the example. Suppose somebody is creating a mall in a city, let's say Vadodara. Somebody is creating a mall. Then what is the important part of the mall? Where to create a mall? Place where many people can come up and many people can buy the items. So this is the things. For example, you create a mall in some remote place where the people is not staying, then there is no meaning of that mall. Nobody is going to purchase items from that place. So SEO is the things that whenever you are developing a website, you need to come up with some things that search engine wants. You need to prepare website according to the guidelines of the search engine. So for that, I request it should be responsive websites, it should be fast to load websites, all images should be optimized using maximum compressions. Again, HTTPS is the essential for the particular websites, and few more guidelines are there, that H1 tag should be one, H2 tag should be one. Then after you can utilize H3, H4, H5 as per your requirements. Plus meta tags, that is a meta keyword, meta descriptions. This is essential so that search engine can display your proper message to the user. Similarly, Twitter cards are there and Facebook is there. Then social media integration is also there, that you should utilize into your website for making better SEO of your website. Then next point is integration of live chat, because people would like to solve their query on the spot. They are not having the patience. So for that, what you can do? You can do one things. You can add live chat box into your website so that your visitors can directly chat with you whenever required. For example, your visitor is coming to one particular page. In that page, they are having some confusions about the product. They are having some confusions about some descriptions of the products or some dimensions of the product. So they can immediately ask the questions using the chat, and you can solve that questions and they can buy that particular products. So this is ready to help options is live chat. So you need to integrate the live chat. I will provide you the reference website for the live chat also. And finally, integrations of the analytics tools. What is analytics? Are you aware with analytics?
Analysis about something.
Yes, exactly. It is analysis about a visitor. How many visitors are coming, from where it is coming, when it is coming, and so much depth information, which browser they are using, which operating system they are using, why we need all such informations. If we are having all these informations, we can develop that website according to our requirements. For example, you are testing your website in a Google Chrome, but your visitor is coming from Firefox browser only. Then you need to test your website into the Firefox browser also, because sometimes it happens your website is working fine with Google Chrome, but it is not working fine with the Firefox or Opera or some other browsers. This is just an example. So you need to understand the requirement of your visitor, from where it is coming, which page they are visiting, how much time they are spending, from which page to which page they are going. This is the complete things, one kind of CCTV camera we can say. So this is the analytics tool. These analytics tool are the two kind of tools. One is a free tool, another one is a paid tool is available. If you would like to try with the free tools, I will provide you the reference code, reference website, so that you can use this tool into your front end website to analyze that particular data. Basically, Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, Myntra, all these websites are using this tool heavily to generate more and more visitors, generate more and more users to their particular websites. They are tracking each and every clicks so that they can improve website according to the user requirements, because user will never say what they like, how they like, but based on the behavior you need to find out these particular things. So that I will provide all these particular references so that you can quickly go through that particular references and you can implement this concept. So now let me go to the previous chapter. And in previous chapter we have discussed few things about login, front end website, back end website. Now let me start with the back end website first. So what is my steps, what I have to do? First things, I need to download the templates. That is a backend. That is a backend template. Then need to prepare database. Need to prepare the database. Then set up login page. Then home page. Then list page. That list page will be there with a, for example, let's say product ID, product name, product price. Then sixth one will be add page, seventh one will be edit page, eighth one with the delete page, and finally logout page will be there. So my backend website will be something like this, so that you can able to understand this concept. These things you need to repeat it throughout your website. I am showing this example of the product page. You can take these things the same for the customer, from the particular bill and so on. So let us start with that particular example. So I am going to XAMPP. I have already started XAMPP. I'm going to the explore. I'm going to the website option, htdocs. Then website 4. I think I have already downloaded this template yesterday. That is a website 4. Let me open that template. Localhost / website 4. What is that? So in website 4, whenever you are opening website 4, first it should display me the login page. Is it fine? First it should display me the which page?
Login page.
Yes, great. So I need to change something so that login page should come first. So I'm going to the pages. I'm going to examples. Here the login is there. I'm copy pasting this login page over here. I'm pasting this particular login page. Let me change this index file to index old and login page to index 1. Now what happens? Let us see. Let me refresh this particular website. Now you can see the things layout is totally changed. Why layout is changed? What is the problem? What is the problem? Why layout change?
There is a doesn't contain the particular designing in the index page. They're different.
Yes, exactly. The thing is that in index page, let me open that into the notepad. I'm opening this particular page. You can see the reference double dot slash and plugins. Basically it is showing that 2 folder back, then plugins folder it will search, but plugins folder is over here directly. So we need to change the path because we have taken this page from the example itself. So 2 page back, then plugins is there, but now we have changed the locations from inside to outside. So we need to change this one. Let me open this, Control H, copy, paste. I am changing with only single dot and slash. Single dot, that means current document, replace all. Let me save that particular file. Let me refresh it. Now you can see the things. So this much change is required whenever you are doing such movement from inside page to outside page and outside page to inside page. So now let me validate this email ID and password. Now let me go to the localhost place php myadmin. I think yesterday we have prepared the database for the user. Let us check it. So this was, I think, website 3. Okay. User master is there. Okay. Email address and password is there. Great. Okay. So now what we are supposed to do is that login page is completely there. Now we need to prepare the second page that is going to validate our website. So I think yesterday we have prepared that page. That is the page number 2. So let me go and let me paste it page number 2. I am opening this page number 2. I am receiving this email and password. Let me go back to the index page. Let me find out form. This is the form. Yes, email address is there. Where is that particular password is there? This is the password. Okay, this is the form starting and this is the form closing. Okay, so in form action we will redirect it to the page2.php and method will be post. And this is the type email, input type email, name is equal to email, and this is the type password, name is equal to pass, pass. So here the email will come and pass will come. This is going with the localhost, root, and website 3. Website 3 is my database name. Remember, we have prepared the folder website 4 in our htdocs. So in a URL we will use the website 4, but in case of the database we are having website 3 database. So do not be confused in that particular part. Here it will just display the message. Let me change this to the some message only, that login success and login failed. Now let me refresh that particular page. Now what is the username and password available? Here you can see that things a and 12345 computer others at gmail and 12345 is there. So I am entering 12345. I am pressing enter. Login success message is there. Let me go back. I am entering some invalid password. Sign in. Login failed message is there. But I don't want to display that login failed and login success. I would like to go to the home page. So home page will be my index old page. Let me open index old.html. So this will be my dashboard as of now. So I will keep it as it is, but the thing is that I will change this menu to something small menu. I don't want to display such menu. I just want to display small menu. So dashboard 1, I will keep it. Dashboard 2, 3, I don't want this wizard and everything. Let us remove that part all. But before removing, we need to add one more elements also. So let me open index old. This is basically my dashboard. Yes, this is the dashboard link is there. Dashboard version 1 is there. I don't want version 2 and version 3. So let me add the comment over here. But whenever you are adding comments, remember that where exactly you are adding comments. So now let me refresh it. You can see the things in a dashboard. Only one options will be there. Let me refresh that page. Sorry, this is the widget page is open. Old, what was the index old dot html. Now you can see the things. Let me this is the dashboard version 2 and dashboard version 3. Yes, this is the 1 is there. Now you can see the things. 1 is there, but 2 and 3 is removed. Similarly, I don't want wizards and everything. layout options is there. I don't want anything. So let me add options directly. Li this. What is the last menu item for us? We can say informational. So this is the li. Let me refresh it. Now you can see the things. Sidebar is blank. So by using this way, you can blank the sidebar. Let me remove this item also. I don't want this much. I just want these 4 figures. I don't want these cells, visitor, everything else. So let me search for the cells. Here is the cells options. This is the row basically. So I don't want this row. I will delete it, that row directly. In future, if you want it, you can get it back from the original templates. This row are having many items. You can see the things. Still scrolling. Yes. Selecting, delete. Now you can see the things. Only few things are there. So suppose you would like to change this message to dashboard to welcome, you can change it. Just simple message is there. Now I would like to add one more options over here. What more options I would like to add? That is my product listing. So what I have done so far, I have downloaded the templates, that is complete. Database design, that is complete. Set up a login page, that is a complete. Set up a home page, that is a complete. So now I would like to prepare the list page. List page means product display page. So for that, I need to refer some reference templates. So let me go to the templates. Yes, table and simple table is there. Pages, tables, simple. Pages, tables, simple.html. Now you can see the things. This is the simple table. I want the same things. So now let me copy this simple table to website 4 and let me change this name to product. Product dot. Remember, I will put it as a PHP file because I am supposed to download the file from the data. I need to use the PHP code inside this particular page. So I will put it as a product.php. Now let me go back to my index. Let me go back to my dashboard. Where is my dashboard? Yes, dashboard 1 is there. Now I am putting dashboard, copy pasting these li elements, and I am changing this to the product and changing this file to product.php. Let me save this one. Let me go back. Let me refresh it. You can see the things. Product option is there. Let me click on product options. So product.php is there, but still layout is not there properly. So what is the problem? Again, the same problem is there, that we have changed the in a last particular page. So this is the things we are supposed to change. Double dot slash to single dot slash, replace all, save. Let me refresh it. Now my product page is ready. I would like to replace these simple tables to product page. Let me refresh it. So this one was the different one. This is from the sidebar. Okay, this is a simple one. This is the product. We can say as a products. Now you can see the things. Products will be there. Now, which table you want to display? You can use any tables. Let us go with this table as of now. Responsive hover table. I would like to use this table. So I'm searching this responsive hover table. Let me check out this row and I will remove the remaining items from this particular file. So let me remove this item. This table I want it, but for remaining other items I don't want it, so I will remove that item also. Whenever you are removing item, just check for the layouts. The layout is not changing. Yes, you can see the things. Now my particular layout is fine and product listing is there. So how many columns I want it over here, that I need to specify. First is the ID column, then product name, then product rate will be there, then edit operation will be there, and delete operation will be there. So I don't want this many row, I want just one row, so I'm removing this one. Let me refresh it and test it. So it is fine. Edit and delete option is there, product rate is there, product name is there, and ID is there. Now let me go to the database. Let me create a product master table, RES product master. First things I will create is the primary key inside that particular table, PMID auto increment, go product name, varchar 100, product rate, float. What else we want? We don't want anything else right now. Let me go to that product master table, insert option, product 1 100 rupees, product 2 200 rupees, go. So now I would like to fetch these informations from database to my this particular table along with its primary key, product name, rate, edit and delete link. Edit and delete link will right now not work, but we are supposed to prepare that particular links. So now let me go to the page 2 code. So in page 2 we have already used select query, the same things I would like to use it. So let me copy paste this particular code, because the same code I want it into the particular product page. Now I want this code over here. Let me change the indentation. Yes, here the input parameter will not be there, connection settings will be there. Select star from RES product master will be there, and I am removing this all remaining query. If it is greater than 0, then it's fine. And we need this particular while loop over here. We don't want to echo anything. We need a while loop. We need this particular echo statement also. Let me set is at a proper alignment. So in that echo statement, we will close this particular PHP tag. Again, we will start this PHP tag. So in between these particular elements, we are supposed to add one row. This is our TR. Now let me add this TR over here. This is my product ID. So echo PMID. This is my field name and closing PHP. Then P name, then P rate. This will be our edit link, and last one will be our delete link. I'm just putting edit and delete options over here. I'm not putting exact link right now. I don't want this span, so I'm removing this one. Let me comment this echo. Here we can display something like this, that no record found, something like that. If no record is there, we can display message to the user also. In that case, we should create this tab, row column 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5. Call span 5. No record found, and remove remaining column. Let me save it. Let me refresh this particular page. Now it will display two records, product 1 and product 2, that is available inside my database. Let me go to the database. Let me insert one more record so that it is validated. Product 3, 300 rupees. Go. Let me go to the previous page. Let me refresh it out. So this is, by using this way, you can able to display that particular product data or customer data or any other data. So this is my product page. Now I would like to create a add page. So I need one particular button over here. Either I can add button over here or right side or anywhere else. So let me go to the UI elements and buttons. Okay, that will be inside that particular UI and buttons. Pages UI button.html will be there. Okay, let me go and exactly check. Pages UI buttons.html. Okay, as is there. Okay, so these many buttons are there. Whatever the button you would like to use it, you can use it over here. For example, I would like to use this button. So this is button flat. Let me go into the inspect element. Just copy paste this code, add that code after the title to the product page. Responsive hover table. What is our title? Yes, responsive hover table, where we can add it, no issue. Let me remove this one. This is the paste. Let us check it out. So you can see the things button is there. Add new means add new record. So now add new is there. On add new click, I would like to display the particular form of product addition to the user. So for that I need a forms. So general forms are there. Let me go back again to the forms options, which where forms are there. Validations, advanced, editors, okay, tables, okay, that we have already done. General. This is the HTML file, so we can directly open it. So this is the form. This is the quick example. I would like to use this quick example as a form. So general.html is best suited for me. Let me go to the website for paste it. General.html. I am changing to product add.php. Let me open that file. As always, I have to change this particular extension. Replace all. Product add, going to the product page. In button, we have to use particular href options. Product add.php file. Let me refresh that particular page. Where is that my page? Okay, reload. Add new. Yes, this is not working because in button. Okay, let me change this button to the ahref. So now I will redirect to the product add page. So in general form, I would like to use option as a product add product. Let me save it. Let me refresh it. So add product option is there. Quick example, I want it. So in quick example, product details. So first things I need is a product name. So here I will change as a text input type, name as a p name, and second things I want as a product rate, input type text. Here name is a p rate, and I don't want to validate using this particular ID, so I am changing this one value. So validation will not work. Placeholder rate, placeholder name. This the form is there. Method we need to use it as a post. Action we need to redirect it to the page 2, but we are not redirected to page 2. Product add 2.php. So this file will be getting these particular two values. One is a p name, one is a p rate. File input that I don't want it. This is the division. Upload, where is the submit button? Okay, this is the submit button. Check me out. Okay, that don't want it. Let me remove this division. Let me remove this division too. Let me save it. Now the product name is there, product rate is there, submit button is there, general element I don't want it. So let me remove that general element. Different type that I don't want it. Okay, different width. Again, I don't want it. Input element and add on. Horizontal form. General elements, I don't want it. This call MD6, I will not remove it for the layout right now. Custom elements. Now let me save it. Let me refresh it. Now everything is removed. Just one product details are there. Suppose you would like to increase this layout to full screen, then you can change from 6 to 12. But right now we don't want to change these things. Here we can add the product name. For example, product 4 and 400. Let me click on submit. What happens? It goes to the product 2.php. So it is working fine. Let me go to the page 2. Let me refresh the save as this page as a product add 2.php. Let me get these two values, p name, p rate, p name, p rate, and we are supposed to do the insert value. Insert into res product master, then p name, p rate values, and we are supposed to pass both the value over here, dollar p name comma dollar p rate, and just we are supposed to return back users to previous page. So for that we need to use these options. Redirect back to which page? Index old dot html. This is, I think, HTML page. Session we don't want, and connection close is there. Now let me refresh the page. What happens? It is going to the index old. Let me go. Now you can see the things. Product 4 is added. We can redirect back to the product .php page. Let me reload it. Let me add new product 500. Submit. You can see the things. Product is added over here. So add is working fine. We have created list page, we have created add page, we have created add to page. Now let me create a delete page also. So for that, what I have to prepare? Add to. The same things I will use it. Product delete .php. Here I will get is particular product ID, PMID. PMID. I don't want this rate. Delete from res product master, where PMID is equal to $PMID. Let me remove these things and let me go back to the product page. Again, one more changes we require. We require that things that into the product.php file, we need to add a delete link also. So now let me add the delete link instead of just delete message. Here product delete .php question mark ID is equal to, we need to add display that particular ID over here. PMID over here, and in product delete page we are supposed to get this value from, not from the post, it is from the get, it is from the URL, and here we are writing just ID, but internally we will refer as a PMID. So now let's test it out. So delete link is there, you can able to review that things. Let me click on item 4. Now you can see the URL over here. In URL it is showing that ID 4 is there. Let me open these things. 4th item deleted, 3 item deleted, 2 item deleted. Delete is working fine. Now we have to prepare the edit page. Edit page is similar to add page, so I will go to the product add page. I will use a save as options, product edit.php. in product edit.php, what will happen? Only the thing is that you need to fetch the product name and product rate from the existing product. So again, you need to use the select query. So let me go back to the product.php file. Let me copy paste this code. I need this much information over here. So let me add that code over here into the product edit file. This is the PHP starting again, PHP closing, while loop closing, and we need to close this particular bracket also. Is anything else is required? No. This is the just PHP starting is there, PHP closing we already did. So what we are supposed to do, we need to fetch only one record over here. So select star from product master, where PMID is equal to $_get ID. So whatever the ID you are passing of the records, that records only we are supposed to fetch it. So we are supposed to fetch PMID, PName and PRate into some variables. Let's say as a $PMID is equal to this. I'm changing this to PMID, PName and PRate. Now what I have to do, one more things, into go to the product name, input type text, you need to add a value. In value, we need to use PHP echo dollar p name. Same things we need to use into the product rate also. Instead of p name, p rate will be there, and we need to add one more hidden field, that is for updating the record later on when we are submitting the data. So we will use input type hidden. Here the name as a PMID, and here the PMID will be there. So now let us add the link of the edit also into the product page. So now I am pressing Control D, that is a duplications. Product edit.php id PMID is there. Instead of delete word, I need to use edit word. Let me save this particular page. Let me refresh it. Now you can see the things. Edit link is there. I'm clicking on product file edit options. So here id file in URL id file is there. Here product file information is there, and 500 information is there. So this page is perfect. Instead of add product, we are supposed to change the heading to edit product. Let me go to the edit page. Let me change the name to add product. Okay, product details. Okay, then add product is over here. Edit product. Okay, so edit product is there. Now we are supposed to prepare the second page also. Second page will be similar to add to page. So let me open product add to page. Let me save that page as product edit 2.php page. Here we will get a p name, p rate, and PMID also. But here we are not supposed to insert the record, but update this table set p name is equal to $p name, p rate is equal to $p rate, where PMID is equal to $PMID. And we will redirect back to the product page. So now one more changes is required. Product edit to, let me copy this file name. Here form action will be there. We need to change this form action file name also. This the add to is there. We need to change it to the edit to. Now let me refresh this particular page. Let me change product 5 to 55 and 5500. Let me submit it. Now you can see the things. Product 55 is there and 5500 is there. So that edit can work something like that. So is this whole concept clear?
Sir.
Okay, you want this sample code? I can share
Yes,
that sample
sir.
code also. No issue.
Yes.
Okay, so let me share the sample code with you through that particular mails. Okay, so that you can able to
Sir.
refer these particular pages, but the concept will be something like that. Okay, so I will send you via email, and I'm taking a break of the 10 minutes. Meanwhile, you start preparing some pages, something like that. Okay, I am giving
Yes.
15 minutes for the practice. Then we will come back again and we will discuss the questions.